Hi, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about an invisible enemy that I'm sure all of us have faced at some point. Have you ever felt like you just weren't good enough? Like, no matter what you do, it's never quite enough. Maybe you have looked around and thought, everyone else seems so confident, so talented, and so on. If you've ever found yourself fixated on that thought, unable to let it go, you might have come face to face with something called an inferiority complex. It's when self-doubt becomes a habit and you start believing you're less than others, less smart, less talented, less worthy. Over time, it makes you hold back from trying new things, from speaking up, from believing in yourself. But the voice in your head? It isn't reality. It's just a thought, and thoughts can change. So how do you recognize it? There are some common signs like constantly comparing yourself, feeling undeserving of praise, downplaying your strengths, believing others are always better. If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're just human. Recognizing it is the first step to healing. An inferiority complex rarely shows itself loudly. Most of the time, it often whispers, quiet thoughts like, I'll never be good enough. Why try? I'll just fail again. They're better. I'm just not enough. These beliefs slip into your choices. You hesitate, you doubt, you stay small. And sometimes you might look confident on the outside while struggling inside. However, the truth is, recognizing these thought patterns isn't a weakness, it's power. So how do we overcome them? Start by challenging those thoughts. When something negative pops up, ask, would I say this to someone I love? If not, don't say it to yourself either. Each day, write down one small thing you did well. Not need to be perfect, just something that showed courage or effort. Over time, this builds proof that you're capable. You don't need to make huge leaps. Start small, like ask a question in a meeting, share your idea with a friend, wear something bold, speak up when you'd usually stay quiet. Each action rewrites your brain. Each step says, I can show up even when I doubt myself. Follow creators, communities, or friends who remind you of your worth, not those who feed your insecurity. And remember, you don't have to feel 100% confident to take action. Confidence is built through doing, not waiting. Let's take a moment to talk about Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian in history. You'd think he always believed in himself? But as a kid, he was bullied and struggled with ADHD and nearly gave up on swimming. But he didn't. He kept showing up. He trained not just his body, but his mind. And slowly, belief replaced doubt. Today, he speaks openly about mental health. He proves that greatness isn't the absence of struggle, it's choosing to rise anyway. As he said, you can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the farther you get. So remember this, you are not behind. You are not less than. You're just becoming, and that takes time. Every step you take, no matter how small the progress is. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be kind to yourself. Keep going, because you are worthy. Not because of what you do, but because you exist. And as Buddha once said, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. And today is a beautiful day to believe that.